in the tower didn't go so well. Our legal team is taking care of the deceased. I only hope you got the data Nix needed. I figured as much. Lucky for us, he doesn't have any motive to use this information against us. Now, let's see what we have here. I didn't think it was possible. But someone's been accessing Ularu's files remotely. It's quite a complicated trace, too. I'm impressed Nix was able to track all of this. Damn. And there's our culprit. Imogen Salzo, Senior Operations Specialist, and one of the few I had in mind for who could pull this off. Well, the motive could be anything. Credits, grudges, even boredom. Well, she has the means and access. But things are rarely so cut and dry.
Imogen? She doesn't seem the type. But maybe that's her tactic. If she had me thinking that way, perhaps it proves that she's a master manipulator.
Well, before we make any harsh decisions, I'll need to question her myself. I want you to head to her office and escort her here. You have to make sure she doesn't try anything before I have a chance to speak with her. I just want to avoid a scene. Sending you keeps the rumor mill at bay. Good. When you're dealing with corporate workers, discerning the truth from the lies is the hardest part.
Keep out of my way, and I'll keep out of yours. This place is incredible. I warn people that Tomo was a...
Try not to harass my techs too much. They have work to do. Let me guess. Looking for Imogen? I'm sure you can tell by now. She isn't here. Which is a shame, since I have several documents I need her to sign off on. She's always been the master of avoiding desk work. She hasn't stepped into the office since the maintenance closure, probably abusing her paid time off again. I know for a fact she doesn't have any external meetings or business trips. There are work skills and there are life skills. I can't help it if I have both. I'm not even sure that's any business of yours, but I do enjoy keeping close tabs on my counterpart. Dare I ask why you need to know? Yeah, no thanks. Getting information out of Dalton is like talking to a wall. Besides, speculation is far more fun. I have Imogen's last location at Frankie's Grab and Go, which we all know is a front for the Sioka Syndicate. You'll want to get executive sign-off if you plan on chasing after her. I'd say Dalton is your best bet.
Perhaps we need to get Dalton's permission to relieve ourselves as well. Good lord, this corporation keeps you on a short leash?
I forgot you're familiar with Neon and Bayou's intricate web of connections. I suppose if you want to be efficient, you could bypass Dalton and go straight to Bayou. You're just cutting out the middleman, right? Word of advice. If you're planning on foregoing authorization and just tiptoeing your way to Imogen, park your friend at the door. Two's a crowd if you're trying to lay low. Good luck finding Imogen. Oh, and if you do catch up with her, be sure to let her know I had everything to do with it.
Don't wander into any restricted area.
And accessories for all your acting needs.
I know your type. The freewheel and space game.
Got my hands full right now.
Need something?
Gangs think they run this city.
Can I
don't see
help
people
you?
building statues of them.
See you around.
Maybe if I try easy sling tea.
Whoa, whoa. Where do you think you're going? Employees only. In my back room? I don't think so. Now, why don't you tell me what you really want before I blow your brains out? I know for a fact that young lady doesn't want to be disturbed. So why don't you take a hike?
Are you kidding?
Fine. Why don't we just assume the protagonist is a horse then, seeing as it's art?
I'm a little busy right now.
Didn't I tell you to get lost?
Ever wonder how the Crimson Fleet seems to be everywhere?
So, I've got some news for you. My partner and I, we're expecting.
That is fantastic. When is the baby due?
It won't be for a while.
Can't talk right now.
What'll
This
it be?
will prepare itself.
Solomon thought a small convenience store would... Of course, now it's just me. Until next time. Whoa. Where do you think you're going? Oh, yeah? I don't see your name on my guest list. Now, why don't you tell me what you really want before I blow your brains out? It's gonna take a lot more than that to buy your way in there. Now that's more like it. I'll let you in. But just so you know, the moment the Syndicate catches you in there, they're gonna tear you to shreds.
Let's, stay away from Ebside. The locals there don't exactly appreciate the tourists.
Shut up!
Let's go!
I hear something.
I got you.
Damn it!
You believe this girl?
Bring it on!
Please. I'm done. Everyone for themselves.
Don't be thinking that hard.
Hold it right there, I need to back down. Give me a chance to explain.
I had a feeling you'd be the one to come after me.
Yes and no, but mostly no. Just hear me out, okay? You stay in this business long enough, you get enough favors and connections that can help you see anything coming. Nyx owed me a favor and gave me the heads up. I know this doesn't look good, but I had no choice. Ularu set me up. Yes, I've been acting as a double agent, but because she ordered me to. The assignment was meant to deceive, not benefit. And Project Dominion is way above my pay grade. It'd be impossible for me to deliver it. At least, intentionally. Of course. But first you have to understand, she used me to play an unwitting part in this, so I'm the one that takes the fall. That's why I said it'd be impossible for me to intentionally pull this off. I'm not the one with motive here. First, I'm not about to reboot my life. Second, I'm not spending the rest of my life looking over my shoulder for the next field op they'd send after me. Look, I only know about Project Dominion because I wanted to know exactly what I was being accused of leaking. But that tech is dangerous. An internal neuroamp that can theoretically control other people? If the evidence points to me, it's because Ularu used it to set me up. What better way to frame someone than to take control of their mind and have them actually perform the actions?
The existence of a device that can control a person's mind is terrifying. Imagine the horrors you could... Oh, never mind. I don't want to think about it.
It's the only scenario that makes sense. Besides, what's my motive? My career is solid at Ryujin. Infinity can't possibly beat my current benefits. Believe me, after having to play double agent, I've learned all of this firsthand. That's exactly what I've been doing here. Ularu has the skill to pull this off, but she's also been behind the desk for years now. I knew she'd miss something. This slate holds all the evidence against her. I just need you to deliver it to Dalton. It's the only way I can prove I'm innocent. Nix's contract limits his investigation to Ularu's computer and her network activity. I hacked into building security and was able to recover deleted records of her accessing the Project Dominion prototype. I guarantee the third-party company Dalton is using for his security directive Theta won't even notice it. I can't do that. The moment I step in that building, Dalton will lock me up, and Ularu will be on high alert. You really are naive when it comes to corporate culture. Once I'm back at Ryujin, Ularu will be looking to tie up any loose ends. So I can stay here and deal with you, or I can go back and deal with her. Which is why I'm hoping you'll take this evidence to Dalton. Of course you do. Look, if you just bring this slate to Dalton, I'm sure he'll understand, but if I go with you, everything is ruined. It's your choice. Do you want the truth? Or do you just want to be Employee of the Month? I was hoping you would. I'm still going to lay low until I hear the coast is clear. As long as Ularu still thinks I'm on the run, she'll remain confident that her plan is working. And I know you don't hear it much around the office, but thanks.
So Ularu is the actual culprit. That complicates things. We're going to have to proceed very carefully, or else Dalton might send someone after us. Well, this amount of firepower is a bit of overkill, wouldn't you say? We should stick to the main plaza. Unless you like getting soaked by the rain.
Well, look who's back. Dalton's gonna lose it when he finds out you went to the Syndicate without talking to him. I guess we'll see, won't we? And you didn't even have the sense to speak to Bayou. Apparently not. But that doesn't mean you won't see any consequences. So tell me, what did you find out? Inside the Syndicate? That area is off limits, and I think we both know why. Imogene knew exactly what she was doing when she went there. Oh my. Imogene pointing the finger at Ularu. That would be a first. Ularu will want her head when she finds out. Of course she did. Imogene knows better than to make an accusation like that without being able to back it up. I can't wait to see how this unfolds. This situation is gonna give Dalton some serious anxiety. At least it sounds like Imogene has it under control. For now. You and me both. Imogene and I may not always get along, but there's no one better at her job. Besides, I don't have the patience to build a relationship with someone new.
Is there something I can help you with? Whoa. At least let me close the door before you start getting into something you can't handle. Just a moment. Shutting the door and engaging locks. There. Now that I can guarantee we'll have no eavesdroppers, that's a serious accusation. I'd even call it a fireable offense. And just where is this absurd notion coming from? Is this a game? I wasn't aware. Informed or not, the right side would always be my side. It is a horrible thing when such well-made plans can't be shared. You're actually starting to sound a lot like me. Looks like someone's been brushing up on their corporate skills. Fine. Since it's just you and me here, I'll come clean. I leaked Project Dominion to Infinity Ltd. But I'm no mole. Please. It's insulting that you think I'd actually be working for someone other than Ryujin or myself. That depends on how you define innocent. You see, I'm not a mole. I'm an opportunist. And no one is more loyal to Ryujin than I am. Masako, on the other hand, is losing her touch. Ryujin needs strong leadership for what lies ahead. A CEO who can make the hard decisions. It's all part of my plan. But don't worry. Infinity Ltd will never be able to complete Vina's work. I made sure of that. It was never my intent to involve Imogene. But when you arrived with information on Project Dominion, I knew Infinity had screwed up. I had no choice but to act fast. Imogene is the only one that Dalton and the others would believe was capable of pulling this off. It had to be her. Back then, hard decisions were all about screwing people over and white-collar crime. Today, they're more about ensuring success, by any means necessary. So, now that you know, it's time to see how good you are at making hard decisions. With your help, I can take down Masako and make the credits worth your while. So whose side are you on? Masako's or Ryujin's? That would be my side. I can see to it that you'll not only get a raise, but a substantial bonus, should all things go my way. Now that I know where your loyalties lie, I suggest you act as if nothing's changed. If you're looking for a scapegoat on Project Dominion, you can feed Imogene to the wolves. When it's time for the next phase of my plans, I'll let you know.
Don't cause any trouble.
Is there something I can help you? Just a moment. Shutting the door and engaging locks. There. Now that I can guarantee we'll have no eavesdroppers, that's a serious accusation. I'd even call it a fireable offense. And just where is this absurd notion coming from? Is this a game? You have a point. You're actually starting to sound a lot like... Looks like some... Fine. I leaked Project... Oh, that depends on how you... You see, I'm not... Masako, on the other hand, Ryujin needs... It's all part of my... It was never my int... But when you arrived with... Imogene is the... It had to be her. Back then, hard to sit... So, with your help... Smart choice. Now that I know where your loyalties lie, I suggest you act as if nothing's changed. If you're looking for a scapegoat on Project Dominion, you can feed Imogene to the wolves. When it's time for the next phase of my plans, I'll let you know.
company's future might be riding on this deal.
Remember, don't let her out of your sight once you find her. So, you're finally back. With no sign of Imogene. And here I thought sending you after her would be a simple task. I assume, between your statement and her absence, that Imogene must be the mole. I'll have Yuka determine her position, so we can start tracking her. Were you at least able to gather any data on how she was able to access Project Dominion?
This place is incredible. I can't believe we made it up here.
An opinion she never had obviously, so she would Now, I need... In the meantime...
You'll be fine. Eugene will be lucky to...
Once I've examined this evidence, I may... And not a word. So, you're finally back. And here I... So you did find her, and yet failed to bring her in. I'm looking forward to this explanation. Of course. We've scrubbed security. The project itself.
That should shake things up around here just a bit.
If I'm not mistaken, you appear to be on her side. Not that I blame you, but if Imogen really wants to prove her innocence, she better be prepared to face a strict interrogation. Now, I need to undertake the laborious task of writing up a report to summarize all of this. In the meantime, Masako has requested your presence in R&D. She wants you to meet her in Vinakara's office. Once I've examined this evidence, I may need your help in moving forward. And not a word about this to anyone.
You got my eye on.
I've been waiting here for ages.
Don't cause any trouble.
I need that Rothosite if we want to complete the neuroamp.
I'm just concerned.
Good,
the entire
you're
station
here.
was wiped out by...
It's time to put a plan in motion to take full control of this situation with Infinity Ltd. The mole took priority. Now that Dalton has everything he needs, thanks to you, we're free to proceed. We don't know to what extent Infinity has taken the current neuroamp schematics, so our top priority is completing our own. Let me introduce you to Veena Kalra, Head of Research and Development. She'll give you the initial details.
Yes, details. You see, the internal neuroamp is supposed to consist of two parts. The first part, the part Infinity stole, handles the manipulative effects. The second part is a shielding modification designed to protect the user against other neuroamp users. Big time. we'd be the only ones unaffected.
No one wants their greatest asset used against them. Once Vina can complete the internal neuroamp and shielding mod, the plan is to outfit you with both and have you infiltrate Infinity Ltd. We can't risk the assignment until we know your mind has the necessary protection.
I think implanting that device into your head is a mistake. But it's your choice, not mine.
As long as you work for us, you don't have a choice. I'm sure I don't have to remind you where the door is if you're not capable of handling this task.
You really don't have anything to worry about. The procedure is simple and safe. It's just a matter of getting the right materials. The final kink in both designs was finding compatible materials to use for conductivity that the human body wouldn't reject. I've finally created the perfect alloy, but it requires a newly discovered refined element called rothosite.
Which is where I come in. We have a confidential contract with Consolidated Mining to gather, refine, and ship the rothosite straight to us. Their last shipment is late, and neither we nor Consolidated Mining have had any communication with the Carinae station. Correct. The updates have been regular up until now. Last we heard, the shipment was ahead of schedule.
We need you to head out there, secure the shipment, and bring it back here so Vina can complete her prototype. And I want to know what happened. We need to take any safety measures to make sure this doesn't happen again.
The mining station is CM Station RC-1. It's on a moon called Carinae 3A in the Carinae system. The shipment should be in the research and control tower, but the outside doors are kept locked down. This keycard will let you enter the mines so you can access the tower from the inside. Good luck.
What's happening, darling?
We'll figure it out and get that shipment back.
Any troubles you need to have something for me? Stay safe, darling.
Proprietary mix of elements.
rules are there for a reason. Follow them, and we won't have a problem. New around here? After all. Well, things change, and you appear to have been off-world for a while, so let me refresh your memory. First and foremost, anyone Good. Then you won't have any problem. The other regulation, you should be buying it from any other business. Perfect. All right, then.
Lousy?
The hell are you talking about? Do you have... No, I'm one. Uh-huh.
Stay in orbit or jump. Your call.
Welcome to REASEARCH Base. We're going to do a quick scan for contraband and you can be on your way. And that's it. Enjoy that Aquila City air.
Something you might be interested in. Whatever you need. Fishing for a handout, eh? Only if it's one of your... Every time you say those things, it feels like I'm in heaven. I'll be counting the minutes to our next chat.
Hello there. Let me know if I can be of assistance. Let me see your manifest. We'll unload that from your ship right now.
No funny.